Hey guys, it's Presley. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. I know I had posted a video earlier of my sister and I, and it was just like not helpful. It was like really bad. Sorry about that. But I want to talk about something a little bit more personal, and this is about disappointment. Um, I think disappointment is something I really struggle with because I think the saying like you are your harshest critic is like the truest thing like anyone has like ever said. Like I do think like we are our own like harshest critic. But at the same time I think that's like good because um I think for a long time I blamed a lot of like who I was becoming and everything just like based on like a situation that happened. But I think honestly something I've been really disappointed in myself recently and who has been letting me down the most is actually me. And it's not because I failed, but I think it's because I have gotten stuck in the cycle of telling myself I was going to change tomorrow. And that sounds really minuscule and like whatever, but I feel like me saying, "Oh, I'm just going to get better tomorrow. I'm going to do better tomorrow." has not become tomorrow, it's become the next week, and then turns into next month and the next few months. And, you know, this person, like, has not always been me. Like, I used to have goals and aspirations and was constantly trying to improve myself. And I was really, like, excited for, like, different things. And I was like, I don't know. And I think like me going to the gym is like a step towards something that like I'm proud that I'm doing like for myself. And I feel like now and especially like after my breakup, I'm already a procrastinator, but like even more of a procrastinator. I would avoid things and people and tasks and I just disconnected from myself like entirely. And you know, I was really just the girl that was existing and just not living, and that's just so sad. And honestly, I don't think I just became lazy. I just got really comfortable in staying in a place where I was uncomfortable. And like I think I got comfortable being sad and like not being like okay. And I don't think that that's like actually good. Um I think it's really odd that people, sorry guys, my mom is talking downstairs. But I think it's actually like a really strange phenomenon how people can get really used to being unhappy and just get really like comfortable in the fact that they are unhappy. And I think that's like where I was. Like I was just spending hours upon hours on my phone. Not that I don't do that now, but like I was just in a rut and I would just spend hours on my phone complaining to all my friends, everyone and their mom, but never changing. And I would feel so guilty and so ashamed that I was just stuck in this like puddle of mud. But I was honestly just basking in it. Like I was just like inside of my puddle of mud and I was just letting it seep into my skin and into my eyes and to just my brain and like letting it all just like consumed me. And I got so used to feeling so disappointed in myself and so mad and just throwing myself a pity party that it just became normal. And that's honestly the most dangerous position and place you can be in. Being comfortable, stop feeling uncomfortable for me, okay? And I lost motivation. I lost who I was. I lost my passions and I again, like it just like that just wasn't me. And I think I was waiting for a point in time where I would feel ready to do everything, for the hump to just flatten out itself and to find like a perfect routine, but that is not going to happen if you don't give yourself the ability and let yourself do that. I think sometimes we hold ourselves back because we're enjoying the pity party. And I get it. I really do get it. But sometimes you need to actually wake up and be like, you know what? Something actually has to change, okay? I was looking back at old videos and realizing that like months had just passed, okay? Like, it was time for me to get up and actually fulfill promises I had made to myself, because if you can't keep a promise to yourself, what's saying you can keep a promise to other people? If you're promising yourself, you're gonna, even as small as like, oh, I promised myself I'm gonna like get ready for myself tomorrow, and you don't do that, how are you gonna promise someone else that you're gonna show up for them when they need you most? Because what if you're so stuck in the mud, you can't get ready for yourself and you can't get ready to help other people? You do not want to be that person. And I'm saying, and I'm talking in such like a harsh tone because this is exactly who I was. And that's just not okay. Because I didn't want to be the friend that was like, okay, yeah, like I'll help you, but then I'll help you with like 10% of my energy, because I couldn't even give 5% to myself. When you are trying to help people at a capacity you're not at, it's just not gonna go well. And you know what? You can start small, okay? You can start small. You don't have to make gigantic promises. You don't have to be like, okay, I'm going to take myself on a date for the rest of the entire year, and I'm gonna go to the gym for 5 hours for the next 3 years. Like, they don't have to be like ginormous, but maybe like a promise to yourself is, you know what? Maybe like once every 2 weeks, I'm gonna go to a park and I'm gonna walk it by myself. Or like, be like, you know what? I'm gonna promise myself that I'm gonna be a little bit kinder to myself, and I'm not gonna focus so much on perfecting everything and trying to be perfect, but I'm gonna try and be consistent with certain things that I used to love. And you know what? I hope you're watching this if you're feeling the same way. If you're like, you know what, I am a little bit disappointed in myself, because you know what, Presley, I have gotten comfortable in being uncomfortable. And that happiness that you feel, or like that content that you feel in being uncomfortable, it's not healthy. It's really not. And you know, more than that, it's probably not even you. I think I've been realizing that like the Presley that, like, I'm not saying that if you are just stuck in like the mud, that means you're a bad person or it's not okay. I'm just saying it's not okay to allow yourself to be stuck in the mud for an extended period of time. And that can be up to interpretation. If your healing process means you're going to be stuck in the mud for a year, I think that's okay. But if you know yourself and you're like, no, I'm actually just letting myself be stuck in the mud, then it's time for you to get up. It's time for you to put on your freaking rain boots and walk out. And you have full power to do that. And it's okay if you're watching this video and you're like, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and you don't do X, Y, and Z tomorrow. That is okay, because part of getting out of the mud is that struggle, but also that grace that you're going to give to yourself. And I just think this is something I'm really passionate about, because I remember just being there and just being in such a rut. And you know, like I'm doing a lot better, but it took a lot for me to get out of that. And again, it's okay. It's okay. Like, one of my goals, do you see this? Do you hear this? Yeah. Filled up all the way, because one of my small goals was to drink a bottle of these every day. And you know what? I actually don't like water. I can't lie. I only like it when I'm really tired. But water and hydrating yourself is really good for you. So that became one of my small, minuscule goals. And do I do it every day? No. But there's a grace that should come with it, because of the love you should have for yourself and the respect you should just have for yourself. Yeah, I just feel like if you're in this place, like I'm really sorry, and I really empathize with you, and I'm so here for you. And you know, I have my email, so you guys can just like email me and like tell me like how you're feeling, and I'll respond to you. Got it. But yeah, if you're in like a position like that, like It's okay. But if you're like, I'm tired of this, grab my hand and let's freaking get up together because you got this and I know you got it. Okay? So, I hope you guys have an incredible night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.